5-star defensive end Richard Wesley has decommitted from Oregon, Matt, just 17 days after infamously jumping into the pool in a commitment video with none other than Dan Lanning, Matt. He is decommitted from Oregon 17 days later, Matt. Here you can see him in the original commitment video, Matt, jumping into the pool here. You'll see Dan Lanning here in a sec. Unbelievable, Matt. And actually, I have live footage of Dan Lanning actually his response to this jumping out of the pool, Matt. And here's the response to this. But, Matt, what are your thoughts on this? Richard Wesley decommitted from Oregon 17 days after that commitment video, Matt. I think that's kind of odd, confusing. What are your thoughts?
Man, I like Dan Lanning. He's a personal friend, but this is cringy as fuck.
Yeah.
This is a bad look, dog. Like, I think the guys need to stop doing the commitment video shit. This is a business now. Like, there needs to be more, not a draft, but just make signing day when you tell everybody what you're doing. You can tell the coaches what you're doing. You can commit early, but just keep it off. Keep it off. You don't want to be put in this position as a guy who's seen to be a program jumper. And, you know, we've all heard, well, he decommitted 4 times, so he'll transfer 4 times, and he might. And you don't need to be putting yourself as a coach in this kind of light. First of all, hanging out with some kid in his underwear and jumping in the pool with him and shit is not why he's going to Oregon. I'm sure that didn't help the situation either, bro. I'm serious. Like, dog, first of all, put some shorts on. Your shit's hanging out. And you ever seen that Eddie Murphy fucking skit back in the day where he's like, I don't understand underwear models. Underwear models, you go out there and it's flat or it's a little tiny poke. And they're just standing there like, I'd be standing there like, what the fuck? So all I'm saying is maybe next time we should put a fucking big ass sock down there or something. What the fuck are you doing standing there in your goddamn undies on fucking social media with Dan Lanning? Number one, weird. Number two, I don't think that helped the situation. I bet you this kid got roasted fucking relentlessly because you know what happened online? He got roasted relentlessly. And so did Dan. So this is a bad look, dog. This is not necessary. This isn't part of football. This shouldn't be happening. This is a teachable moment for all the recruits or future college football player professionals because you're not a recruit anymore. And I want, I'm driven as the business I'm in. I'm trying to change the narratives here. I don't want to call them recruits and commits anymore and shit. You're being hired to do a job.
Yeah.
You're a professional football player. This is the semi-pro league for the NFL. You have the potential to make millions of dollars. Everything you do either helps your bottom line or affects your bottom line. This is a bottom line effector. Unless you can parlay this into an ED pill conversation and you can get some kickbacks on them. The little red pill that everybody seems to be fucking promoting. Maybe this kid can go that route. I don't know. I'm saying this is a bad look on both sides, and they both need to learn from it and not do this kind of shit anymore. Look, I'm telling you, as my kid starts to get more seriously recruited and whatnot, SMU just invited him to camp this morning. The same fucking coach that was out coaching at Salt Lake City at that camp. See how this works.
I see how it works.
We're definitely going to go to that camp. They're personally inviting him after watching him. I have a great relationship with Coach Justice, who's the O-line coach down there. Josh Bates transferred to SMU this year. Yep. He's a starting center. Nick's plays center and guard and tackle, but he's probably going to start at center this year. See how this works?
Yes.
So, and again, this is a bad look on both sides, and it allows both of them to get absolutely unequivocally fucking roasted. I mean, what do you think, dog? Dude, I mean, he's got some big-time fucking schools on that list, homie.
Yeah, and so this is the next tidbit of news. He's reportedly interested, and I guess he's been taking visits while committed to Oregon. I don't know. I don't know nothing about it, but he's reportedly interested in Ohio State, Steve Sarkisian, the Longhorns, Texas, and Texas A&M, and Elko. Interesting, Matt. My question to you, and I don't understand this. Why would he you make a commitment. You know how this process is, Matt. I mean, ideally in this era, it's supposed to be a 40-year decision, Matt. Why is he decommitting so soon? Is it
because he shouldn't have committed in the first place? Somebody else got involved and offered him more money, and now he has to backtrack rather than just keeping your fucking mouth shut, committing to the coach, not putting it on social media, and just moving. Look, I'm a social media whore. I put everything on social media, but there's a lot of shit we also don't.
Right.
We're very strategic in what we post. It's not just mindless posting. Like, everything's posted for a reason. So there's certain things that, with Breck and Deacon and some of these, Reese and Nick and Moon and Roper just got his first offer, big time offer, and Evan Hines, what he's getting, and fucking Asher just got his first 2 offers, and Corbin getting his offers. There's certain things we're not posting because they're not constructive to the overall goal. You feel me? So, or we need to wait to post it. There's a time and place, right?
Yep. Time
and place, dog. You could have committed to Oregon and just not done all this extracurricular dumb shit that doesn't have anything to do with it, while you have everybody that you're obviously not in the weight room that long, and the pool was obviously cold as fuck. So, that George Costanza skit, the pool was cold. The pool was cold. Super weird. It's super weird. So, I know Dan's a high energy coach and shit, and everybody's throwing up the O, and that's great, but it should be throwing up the O for, oh my God, what did I just fucking do on film?
Matt, since we've been talking recruiting and Richard Wesley is decommitted from Oregon, a content creator by the name of Bordeaux asked several different college football coaches about recruiting advice, recruiting tips, and I wanted to play this. Take a listen, Matt.
I think recruiting-wise, you're like, that really makes a difference.
The proof's in the pudding. So it starts with a vision, right? And then you got to say, hey, what's the success that you've had with the previous players that you've had? When you can, so guys come to you and they perform, right? Yeah. The rest takes care of itself.
It's probably relationships for us.
Authenticity?
Authenticity. We see these guys in this room, and we recruited every one of them. So some of them we got, some of them we did.
And getting players.
Yeah, money. Like NIL, like that Georgia coach over there. He just outpays everybody.
So I got to get my money. That's the best way to recruit. Get a lot more money.
I think at the end of the day, you got to be authentic. You got to be true to who you are. I think people can see through it if you're not. You got to own you. I think at the end of the day, it's about relationships. Obviously, there's all these other things that factor in today with NIL and everything else, but at the end of the day, it's still about relationships. So being authentic to who you are.
Just keeping it real.
That's right.
Don't
keep it real.
I love Lane Kiffin's answer. That was my favorite one.
Money.
Lane keeps it real. Money.
I like the responses. I don't know who's asking the questions, but good for you. Everybody's going to have a different opinion on what they need to recruit, but money is one of them. But at the same time, again, it's not. I was talking about this morning with my guys. It's not about financials anymore with a lot of you. It's about fit.
Yeah.
Once you get to a certain number, there's only so much more we can do from a financial standpoint. It's got to be about fit after that. It's got to be about potential to go develop into an NFL football player, because you already are one in their minds. That's why they're recruiting you at the level they are. Now you have to believe it and then go out there and fucking make it happen. Again, the fit and development and who's going to be coaching you. At that point, it's more important than the financial part, because the financial part's already set. That's done. Now, what are we going to do to earn this money and not have it spent? That's a huge part of this. Are you going to earn that money, or are they spending that money on you and you're about to be a bust? Because this is another thing that's about to happen in the next 3 or 4 years. You're going to start seeing guys and their money being fucking projected, right? Because everything's out there. So this kid got X, Y, and Z amount of money, and he did not live up to the billing, but he signed a 3-year contract with Michigan or whatever, and he's a total fucking bust at 19 years old.
Wow.
So then how are
What
people going
narrow
to deal with
post
that?
forward.
Like, are mommy and daddy's going to like put a note to all the people who star that and like it? How can you talk about my kid like that? He's not a bust. He's such a great young man and he does community. So no one gives a fuck, lady. This is a business. He didn't do his job. They nicknamed him. He's got a bust fucking now, and everybody's calling him one. So how much does that affect the kid negatively from emotionally and as a player as he has to drop down a level to go somewhere else to earn it again? Is he going to be able to handle it? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a really slippery slope.
And people get mad at me on my channel when I say it's professional football. Are people listening to what Matt's saying right now? Like, I don't know.
It is 100% unequivocally professional football. If you do not believe it, you are a group of 6 fan. There's two different. There's the SEC and the Big Ten are operating on a level different than the ACC and the Big 12. But those four conferences are operating on a huge fucking professional level, other than the group of 6. Group of 6, the differential between the money is ridiculous. Group of 6, fucking good contract is like maybe 150,000 a year, maybe if you're a fucking baller. But then if you are that much of a baller, guess where you go? Group of 4. So, and Notre Dame. So it's, again, this is just the way it is. So if you're a group of 6 school, you're still operating on the free school means something, and you're on scholarship, and we can find you a little bit of money here and a little bit of money there. But a lot of these guys may not get shit when they sign, just an opportunity to go be a college football player. But if you're signing Power 4, you're getting paid.
Yeah.
Period.
Exactly.
So there's expectations that come with that, and you can't sit here and be like, oh, well, we can't criticize anybody anymore because they're just kids. Come on, dude. Miss me with this bullshit. Their little kid shit is played the fuck out. You sound like an idiot.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. Yeah.